kindly welcome today's speaker, Dr. Swati Shirke Deshmukh. She holds a PhD in Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning from Bharat University, Chennai, and she is an associate professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering and Technology, PCET's Pimpri Chinchwad University, Pune. Her main area of interest includes pattern recognition, image processing, and machine learning. She has published 22 papers in Scopus Index journals and attended and presented research papers in different various conferences. Now, I will hand over the stage to the today's speaker, Dr. Swati Deshmukh. Ma'am, now you can continue.
Good morning, all of you. A very good morning, all. I, Dr. Swati Shirke Deshmukh, Associate Professor from Computer Science and Engineering Department, Pimpri Chinchwad Education Trust, Pimpri Chinchwad University. Today, I am going to deliver the session on unwillingness of the software project management system. What is mean by engineering? Engineering, it is the application of math and science to create something of value from our natural resources. Before starting the management system of the software engineering, that we need to find out why software engineering is important. Software engineering, it is a part of, or it is a main branch of computer science that deals with the designing, development, testing, maintenance, and the software applications. The software engineering, which consists of three factors: time of the development of the product, quality of the product, and costing of the product. Software engineering brings comprehensive knowledge of programming, designing of this software product, and engineering principles to build software. These computer science professionals can create web applications. For example, Facebook, Insta. These are the different web applications created by the software engineers. Mobile applications, as nowadays we are using the WhatsApp, video games, robots, operating system, and network system, what we use daily, that enters in the software engineering. So that's why software engineering is important. Before that, we will see what is mean by software. Software, it is a collection of programs, right? Also, it is a collection of the data. Data means the raw things, the different variables, different alphabets, different operators that we are using, and accordingly that we are going to create the different programs with the help of different programming languages. So it is a collection of programs and data that tells to the computer how to perform specific tasks. Software, which includes the documentation part also, that it is a system documentation and user documentation. It associated software documentation. This is in contrast to hardware, from which the system is built and which actually performs the work. Here there are different types of the software. The first type of the software is the system software. As we know it very well, we are using the different operating systems like Windows operating system, Linux operating system. These are the examples of the system software. The application softwares, different applications that we are using in a computer, that it is Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint. These are the examples of application software. Engineering scientific software, we are using the calculators. This is the example of engineering scientific software. Embedded software, nowadays we are using the smartphones, smart watches. These are the examples of embedded software. Product line software, we are using the software like computer graphics, Photoshop. These are the product line softwares. Web application softwares are Facebook, Insta, WhatsApp. These are the web applications. Artificial intelligence software means voice recognition system, face recognition system, nowadays generative AI, chat GPT. These are the artificial intelligence software, right? So these are the various types of software, and nowadays day-to-day life we are using these softwares in our life, right? Then we will see what is the difference between computer software and computer applications, right? Computer software, it is a broad term, right? It uses the instructions and it directly tells to the computer what to do. And software application, it is a type of that software that is designed to run on mobile devices like smartphones and tablets. For example, Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Spotify. These are the different apps we are having in our smartphones. This software handles all type of computer tasks like data, information. The applications only have we can perform on a particular task assigned to them. Then what is mean by software engineering? Nowadays, we are using the term software engineering. It means, what is mean by software engineering? It is a systematic discipline approach. Software engineering, it is a systematic discipline approach towards development of a software product, right? We are having the combination of computer science and computer engineering. So what is the basic difference between computer science and computer engineering? Computer science, which belongs to theory and fundamental part, and computer engineering, which focuses on the practical implementation of the software product, designing, development, and the delivery of that software product. This is called as the software engineering. Then whenever we are going to develop any software product, that time we are having the various questions regarding to that software development product. How we are going to develop this software? Such kind of questionnaire, we can say that W5H principle. W5H, W stands for what, why, when, who, where. It means that 5W. H for how much, means whenever we are going to develop any software product, that time we are having the basic understanding of the problem statement. At the beginning, you need to ask yourself this all the questionnaires. Why is the system being developed? Who will be the end user? Who is going to handle this particular software? What will be done? When it will be accomplished? What is responsible? How much development team is required for this development of this particular software product? What is the timeline of this project? Where are they organizationally located? How will the job will be done technically and managerially? How much of each resource, means people, software, tools, database, will be needed to develop all this software? Such kind of questions that we need to ask ourselves whenever we are going to develop any software product, right? Then this is the structure of software development life cycle. SDLC, software development life cycle, which is having the different phases. By using this software development life cycle, we are developing the software product. In that first phase is the planning. We will see one by one what is mean by planning. Whenever we are going to develop any software product, that time the first thing is that all the stakeholders means those who are having the part of that software development product, the senior manager, software development team, customer, end user, vendors, customers, all are the part of this particular software product. This is called as the stakeholders, right? Before starting to development of the software product, they need to do the some planning. What is mean by the planning? The ideas, they are sharing the knowledge, they are discussing on the ideas, they are finalizing the vision, they are finalizing the scope of that project. Then again, the objective of the project and the final outcome of that project, that we need to discuss over here, that it is called as the planning. Without the perfect plan calculating the strength and weakness of the project, development and software is a meaningless. Planning kicks off a project and also it affects the progress positively. If we are having a great planning, then accordingly that we will move towards the next thing, that it is the analysis. What is mean by analysis? It means it defines the requirement from the customer, requirement from the development team, requirement from the software development team, right? That accordingly the analysis parts that we need to define over here. This step is about the analyzing the performance of the software, various stages, and making the notes that additional requirement, what are the what is the cost of the particular project, then again how many resources are required for this developing this particular project. This is called as the analysis of the project, right? Then after that, the third step is the designing of the software product. Means what exactly? It is called as the actual blueprint of the software, or we can say that the architecture of this that respective system. This is called as the design. Once the design analysis is complete, this step of the design takes over. And basically the building the architecture of the project, this step helps to remove the possible flaws by the setting a standard and attempting to stick to it, right? Then after designing, the next phase of the software development life cycle is the important phase is that the development and implementation. See, this is very much important part in the software development life cycle team, that it is the development and the implementation. Implementation means what exactly? The software development team which uses the different programming languages as a front end, like Java programming language, C programming language, C++, C Sharp, R programming, Python. These are the various programming language. By using this programming language, the software developer, which develops the software product, the actual task of the developing software starts here. That's the data recording going on the background. Once the software is developed, the stage of the implementation comes in where the product goes as a pilot study to see if its functioning is properly or not. After the implementation of the software product, the main important part is the testing. What is mean by testing? In the testing nowadays, we are having the different job opportunities. We are using the manual testing as well as the automation testing. The testing means we are checking the quality of the product. The person who is testing that software product is called as a software tester, and the person of the team of the software testing, they are testing the each and every module of that software product before delivering the software to the customer. The testing stage accesses the software for the errors and document bugs if there are any. And after the testing phase, that we are going to deploy the respective software product to the customer, right? So after the testing, the maintenance part is remaining. What is mean by maintenance? If we are having the software product, we have removed the software errors, then testing. After this testing, the maintenance means once the software process through all the stages without any issues, it is to undergo a maintenance process wherein it will be maintained and upgraded from time to time to adapt to changes. Like, for example, we are considering every software development, Indian company follows all the 6 steps leading to the reputation that the country enjoys in the software market today, right? Then in this software engineering, after this software development life cycle, we will see software process models. What is mean by software process model and for what purpose we are using the software process model? Whenever we are having the software development team and we are going to develop in a software product, we are having the different process models like waterfall model, agile model, rapid application development model. These are the different various software process model. Apart from this all various models, we will see here nowadays we are using the agile process model, and we'll see the difference between the waterfall model and agile model. What is the difference between waterfall model and agile model? Previously, this is called as the traditional process model. Traditional software process model, as its name indicates that waterfall falls down. Here we are considering the 4 steps: concept, design, develop, and test. It is called as the linear sequential model because one by one we are going to develop the model, right? In this waterfall model, customer is a part of that system, but he or she is not having the direct involvement in this waterfall model, right? Once he or she has defined the problem statement, he or she will receive that software product after the completion of the software product. But here in this agile model, first we will see the meaning of the agile. What is mean by agile? Agile, it is a small motivated team. Agile, it is a small motivated team, those who are using this process model and developing the software product, right? Here, the number of iterations are done. In this agile process model, the customer is having the direct involvement of this software process model. Software development team, customer is one of the part of the software development team, and at every phase he is going to discuss and he is going to give some suggestions to this development team, and accordingly that the software development team will release the software product, right? So we will see what is mean by, just a minute. Agile model. This is the structure of agile model, agile methodology. Here, the planning is important. The concept means we need to understand the basic ideas, that we need to brainstorming the ideas to create the compelling the concept, then defining the user visions, product features, business and quality objective, and key place, right? Then rapid prototype protocols or the prototyping. It means it is some having some rules and regulations. that designers and developers that need to follow that rules, build low fidelity prototypes to test and validate the design ideas. Then user testing, teams gather feedback from the trial users, business owners, and other key players to help improve the product. The iterations means what exactly? Here, the customer is a part of that team. After each iteration, after each module developing, the customer is going to give some suggestions, and accordingly, the software development team is going to build that software product. So various iterations that we need to follow in this agile methodology, which is based on the user testing result, team keep refining the product, internal processes, and project objectives. What does it mean by project launch? Project launch, the project gets released to end users because agile is the ever evolving process. This isn't end of the line. After launch, this cycle starts again. See, here the planning, designing, development, testing, these are the phases and review. These are the phases that we are considering. After completion of this cycle, then again we are having some iterations and we will launch this process, right? Then again, how many iterations are done? When up to when the customer is not having that much satisfied, that much time we are going to do the iterations again and again, right? This is the basic difference between the agile model and waterfall model. Method proposes incremental and iterative approach towards software design, whereas the waterfall model develop the development of the software flow sequentially from start point to the end point. Agile process is broken into the individual models that designers work on, whereas the design process is not broken into the individual parts in the waterfall model, right? In the agile method, the customer is having the direct involvement into the software development team. But the waterfall model, the customer is not having the direct involvement at the time of the software development, right? The customer has early and frequent opportunity to look at the product and make decisions, changes into the software product. But in the waterfall model, the customer can only see the product at the end of the project. In agile model, it considered unstructured compared to the waterfall model, whereas in waterfall models are secure because they are so plan oriented, right? So this is the basic difference between the agile model and waterfall model. But nowadays, the agile methodology is used in the IT sector. Now we will see agile scrum processes. Nowadays, we are using the agile scrum processes. In this agile scrum processes, the scrum process, for in that we are using the sprints. What is the meaning of the sprint? Sprint means time frame, right? Time frame means how many days. The term sprint, which considers as a 15 days time frame, 3 weeks or the 4 weeks. Within this time frame that you need to complete your module, right? If your module is not completed within this time period, that sprint is called as a sprint backlog, right? And after that, once you have completed your sprint, your module, the refinement part is done over here. Here, the daily scrum is conducted by the scrum master. Daily scrum means what exactly? A daily stand-up meeting which is conducted by the scrum master. The Scrum process is the team of Scrum Master, Product Owner, or Development team. This Product Owner, we can say that the product customer also, because he is having the direct approach in the software development process, right? And the development team, as per the requirement of the customer, development team is going to find out the scope of this project and they are going to develop the software product. Here, these are the three major factors we are using to develop the software product by using the agile scrum process. Then sprint review. Sprint review means what exactly? Here, this team is going to check the status of the software product. How much work we have completed, how much is pending. If we have completed our task before the timing, that time we can add the next task previously. That term is called as the increment, right? It means definition that from this team is called as the done the work from our side early time frame, that it is called as the increment. And these stakeholders means the term stakeholders that we are using over here. Stakeholders means the Scrum Master, development team, project owner, then again customer, end user, senior manager, software tester, software developer. These all are known as the stakeholders, those who are having the direct involvement or indirect involvement for the software development process, that people are called as the stakeholders, right? Then sprint retro. Sprint retro means what? Here we are considering the sprint Scrum Master is considering the backtrack, how much task we have completed, and what will be the improvement in the given task, right? So this is called as the sprint retro. What are the improvements that we will do in the software product? This task is called as the sprint retro. So this is the actual agile scrum process. With the help of the scrum master, product owner, and development team, they will perform, right? So we will see what is mean by the project management. Up to now, we have seen how to develop the software product, what is mean by software, what are the different types of software, what is the use of software engineering. Now, what is mean by project management system? We have developed the software. It is a systematic discipline approach towards development of the software product. Systematic discipline approach means what exactly? We have some protocols, we have some algorithms, we have some processes. By using this process model, by using this all the algorithms, we have developed our software product. But now, how we are going to manage that software product? What is mean by the software project management? Management project, it is a group of milestones or phases, activities, or the task that's supposed to the efforts to the accomplish something, right? Project, it is a collection of softwares as well, we can say that. Then management means what exactly? It is a process of the planning, organizing, and controlling and measuring of that software product. This is called as the project management. Those who are having the experience and the senior person or the team leader, that it is called as a project manager, who is going to handle that respective management of this particular software product system, right? So management in the engineering, these are the different phases. Whenever the software project manager is going to manage the things, these are the different phases that we need to follow and we are considering over here. The first thing is the concept and initiation, right? In this concept and initiation, we need to define the project goals. We need to understand first the problem statement. We need to understand is the problem statement is a generic or specific. Accordingly, that we need to understand the problem statement, we need to define the scope of the project, and we need to set the targets. Targets means we need to find out what is the budget, what will be the time required to complete this particular software. Create a project charter means we need to create a timeline. In the month of January, we will complete 20% project. Month of February, we will complete 40% project. Up to month of December, we have that much planning that we will complete the 100% project once in a year. That we need to finalize the timeline, time frame for the completion of this particular project, and appoint the project team. Appoint the project team is already we have discussed on the development team. Those who are those who are doing the work on software development, that we need to assign the software development team, software testing team, software documentation team, software architecture team, right? These are the teams who are content writing team. These are the different teams. They are working on the software. Accordingly, that we need to appoint the project teams to develop the software product, right? Then definition and planning, this is the second phase. Definition and planning means again we are considering the scope of the project, create a plan for the project, what, how, when, where, how, such kind of things that we are considering in this planning. Then accordingly, we need to finalize the budget, define the roles and the responsibilities of the each and every team members, right? And here we are using the RMMM formula. That RMMM means what exactly? Risk mitigation, risk monitoring, and risk management. These are the risk assessments and communication planning we are considering over here. The third phase is the execution. In this execution, that we need to build the software product or the process, right? Here we are having the lots of meeting. Lots of meeting means what exactly? Stand up meetings. Key, why we have, what is the status of the art project? Why this particular task is pending? We need to find out some solutions on that. Being a team member, being a team leader, I need to find out the solutions for this particular team. We will come together, we will discuss on that particular topic, we will share the ideas, and accordingly that all the team members will find out some solutions for this particular problem statement, and they will try to complete that task as early as possible within a time. That is the agenda of the meetings. And in this meeting they will decide that up to when, why, up to when we need to deliver or we will release this particular software. And here, after this meeting, they will fix the issues. Before hand over the software tester is going to do some testing, or they will do some quality product testing, right? Quality product testing means what exactly? They're testing the quality of that product. Is it working properly as per the requirement of the customer? Is we have completed this particular module, or is this particular project we have completed successfully? Then accordingly they will fix the issues, right? Then the next phase is the performance and control. Performance and control, it means that track efforts and cost. Means performance, what is how much time and costing we have spent for this particular software, that we need to check, and accordingly that we need to track the efforts and the cost of this particular software product. We need to monitor these software project targets. Key, have we completed the expectations of this customer, or is customer is satisfied or not? Monitoring of the targets, or we will learn many things if once we have completed our project. What are the improvements in the future we can do in our next project? That we will learn the things, and by doing the monitoring of the project targets. All right. And the last phase of the software management system is that software management phases, in that the project closing. Closing of the project means what? Already we have initiated the project. Suppose in the month of January, we have initiated the project. We have finalized the plan. We have finalized the designing, implemented the task, then checking the check the performance, executed the project. Then all things are completed from our side. But the last thing is that project closing, right? Closing of the project means what exactly? Here, the handover product, or to result to result to hand over the product or result to the customer, right? We already handed over that particular software product to the customer. Then after that we need to give some training to that respective team or to that respective customer. And whatever the lessons we have learned in this during this period of the development of the software product, that we need to improvise all the things into the next project development. Okay, these are the management phases of the software engineering development system. So in this software development management system, we are using the 4Ps, right? And these 4Ps are very much important part in the software development system. The first important part is the people. People is one who is the important element for development of the successful project, right? People means the senior manager, people means the development team, people means the customer, people means the end user, people means the scrum master, people means uh, owner, right? These all are included in the people. People is going to define the problem statement, and accordingly people will develop the software product, right? So what is the next step? Next P stands for the product. That products means the software to be built. As we have already discussed on that, what is mean by software? It is a collection of programs, right? By using the different programming languages, we have developed the different software product. Then the process. Process means what exactly? The set of framework activities. Already we have seen these different software process models like waterfall model, agile model, rapid application development model, right? Such kind of process activities, frameworks we are using to develop the software we are using to develop a software product. The set of framework activities and software engineering tasks to get the job done in this process, right? And the last P, which stands for the project. It all works required to make the product as a reality. Means the project will be existing to use for the customer. These are the 4 P's, and the 4 P's are having very much important is software engineering and the software engineering and management system, right? So we will see what are the different project managers top skills in the software engineering, right? Whenever you are doing the work in a software development team, that time as a software engineer, you have that skill like problem solving skill. If you are a manager, if you are a team member, if you are a software development team, that you need, first thing is that you have that problem solving skill. Then second, the ability to work in team. That time we need to understand our subordinates also. We need to accept the decisions and plannings of other team members also, right? We need to avoid the conflicts between our team. This is called as the ability to work in team. And by doing what together, we need to do a successful project, right? Then computer programming and coding. Once, if you are a computer engineer or software engineer, you need to have a programming knowledge. Just like as whenever you are going to develop any software product, the whatever the programming languages like C programming, C++, Java, C Sharp, R programming, Python, these are the various programming language. Which kind of programming language that you are using, that is very much important, and accordingly that you are going to develop the software product. It means that the computer programming now knowledge is very much important as a software engineer, right? Then strong interpersonal and communication skill. Once you are in a team of the software development, that time you had a good interpersonal and communication skill with each other, right? Then object oriented designing means here the software architect, he is finalizing and he is defining the designing of that particular software model, which kind of software programming language that we need to use here. Such kind of activities that need to understand by the software engineer. And this software engineering means by using the systematic discipline approach that we need to develop a software product, that it is called as software engineering. So all these skill set must have as a software engineer was whenever we are going to develop any software product, right? So here we will see the last point of the software engineering and management system. It is the roles of IT professionals in software development lifecycle, right? Once after completion of your engineering, you will get the different opportunities as a software engineer. The first role as a IT professional, business analyst. What is the role of business analyst? To define the requirement of the customer, right? Then the second one is the software architect. Software architect, he or she will finalize the architecture or the structure of the system. He or she will decide which kind of programming language, which one is the front end, what is the back end, what is the database that we are going to use here. That will be finalized by this software architect. Then the next opportunity as a team lead or the technical lead. In a software development system, you will get as seniority or as per your experience, as your knowledge of that particular domain, you will get the opportunity as a team lead or a technical lead, right? Engineering manager, he will also helps to all the team members as managing the things. Then here, after completion of the software product, we are going to test the software product, means testing the quality of that software product. The software tester and QA engineer both are performing this role. Software tester, which is having the manual testing as well as the automation testing, they are using the Selenium, Java, and all the things to test the software product. And the quality assurance engineer is having the great job as compared to the software tester. They are going to check the quality assurance of the software product. Here, the software developers. Software developers is having the major task or the major role. You will get the job. You will get the role as an software developer in an IT professional, they are using the various programming language to develop the software product. Then UI UX designer. What is the role of UI UX designer? The graphical user interface designing part that is done by the UI UX designer. Then Scrum Master. Already we have discussed on the Scrum Master. They are assigning the work to the team leader within a time frame. They need to complete the every module of the that respect to software product. And the product manager who is going to manage all the software product, right? And apart from that, the student will get an opportunity as a content writer. They will also be part of that software development team. Again, they will get the job as an they can do as an entrepreneur, work as an entrepreneur, right? So these are the various this is the importance of software development life cycle, and why software engineering is important. After completion of the software engineering, after completion of the computer engineering, you will get the huge job opportunities as a IT professionals in software development lifecycle. So I hope you understood it very well. So is there any question from your side? Thank you, all of you. Okay.
Any queries from any participants? Any queries from any participant? Thank you so much, Swati ma'am, for such a novel and wonderful session for all of us.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for giving me such a nice opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.